Booyah! Smif-N-Wessun in the building, you already know.
You already know how we Rock'n'Awesome. Coming with Aightgenossen.
Right, check it out, live and
Don't
direct.
be doing no frontin' awesome.
Bucktown style.
Tech and Steel, great to have you back on Swiss soil.
Good to be here.
That was a hell of a show.
Thank you.
You barely let the crowd breathe. That was super dope, really.
That's right.
And thank you, for being a part of this interview and taking the time and being part of this launch of Switzerland's first ever urban radio station.
Oh, that
Pleasure,
dope.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Bless.
So you're currently on tour across Europe. What is like the most? What is the thing that you enjoy most about coming overseas?
I mean, the opportunity, man. The opportunity to travel, hip hop, meet new people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to new cities.
Mm.
You know, hip hop allows us to do that. The fans allow us to do that. You know,
Right.
Culture. So that right there encompasses so much.
Don't you feel like Europe has a different sort of respect and understanding for hip hop, especially like the older artists? That's the thing. That's the impression I get because I've been to New York, for example. I've been to concerts, and they celebrate you, but they also, they have the tendency to just stand there and look at you a lot. But here they just really give you a different kind of energy.
New York is hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Like New York, the thing about New York is like everybody in New York is a star. Like when you go to New York, it's like being in a big video shoot.
Yeah.
The clothes we wear, the way we talk, that's how people really relate to each other, and it's like hip hop borrowed the streets. So it's not that it's a bigger respect. I think that, New York, it's like we live that every day. You know what I'm saying? It's hip hop going on every day around us. It's concerts and all this thing. And we have access to it by the second. And I think, overseas it may not be as, it's like, unless you're dealing with like online, things of that nature. But in your neighborhood, unless you are those guys or the females that's doing it, then it's not really there. Like, I love coming to the festivals.
Yeah.
We definitely could use some more festivals in the States.
Yeah.
And I think people overseas enjoy the culture and they love being educated as it grows. So, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful exchange.
I heard you say on stage this is the first date of the tour, right?
Yes.
Yep. First day.
It's the kickoff.
So,
Yeah.
were you satisfied with the jump start?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cool. Now, I remember back in the day when you guys sprang on the scene, a lot of people used to sort of think, that Smif-N-Wessun consisted of two rappers called Smif and Wessun, just like the whole kid and play thing, So was there like ever a time where we thought, where you thought, we should have thought of a different name?
Nah.
Or does that happen still today?
Nah.
When you go to places?
Never.
No?
No, well, yeah, they do. I mean, eventually, man, to be honest, it didn't start out like that. But eventually, like, people made us realize that you gotta tell us who's who, man. That's one thing about hip hop. Like we just wanted to make music. We didn't go, all right, my name. It's like when we say Smif-N-Wessun, it meant two guys, the two that made the one. And that's what it was about. So we just promoted Smif-N-Wessun.
Right.
But like, just for the record, I'm Mr. Smith, Mr. Wessun. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
More. The people made us make a choice. The people decide.
Yeah. So as most people already know, the firearm company Smif-N-Wessun threatened to sue you for using their name, even though it was spelled differently.
Right.
So you changed your name to Coca Brothers, but after 7 years, you changed it back to Smif-N-Wessun again.
Right.
Did they never pick up on this and try to sue you again?
No.
No?
No.
Nah, we nipped it in the bud the first time it was handled, then we got back to rocking.
Right.
And you gotta think, man, persistence overcomes resistance, man. Like, when we came out in 95, 94, 95, the laws were different. A lot of rappers would get sued. A lot of rappers had to change their name. Notorious Biggie Smalls had to change his name. B.I.G. Nas had it. Nasty Nas had to change it. It was his name. He had to switch it up to variation because of paperwork issues and stuff like that. So it was a delicate situation. And over the years, the laws have become a little bit lighter. And I guess dudes realize now, hello, it's rap and company, and so we just pushing forward, man. Everything is good.
And the reason was like they said something like it would confuse people
Right.
from buying guns
Now,
and
these are
buying
the-
CDs.
See, this is the thing. Like we live in a capitalist society. You know, it's about capitalizing. It's about branding your name. So this is a company who has been in business for like over 100 years.
Yeah.
So these guys, their brand is as old as fucking shit. You
Absolutely,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So I can respect that. It's like when people spell our name wrong, we get pissed off.
I bet.
You know, it's like
After all these years,
if
you
you
know.
spell it wrong, that's
Yeah.
not us, man.
Right,
It's somebody else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's SMIF-N-WESSUN.
Right.
Like the sun. You know what I mean? That shines. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, in the meantime, the Coca Brothers brand had now established itself.
Yeah.
So why were you so adamant about calling yourself Smif-N-Wessun again after 7 years? What sparked that decision?
The people decide.
Right.
People make the fucking rules up. we just get on the field and play. We just go hard, man. We just go hard and paint, man, for the people. Like a lot of our fans was upset at that. You know, but then we also gained other fans. Some fans we picked up along the way. Require some new folks. But we Smif-N-Wessun, man. We are Coca Brothers, smoking guns, PNC, special teams. You know, how do you say your first impression is your
It's
best
the
impression,
most important
you know
one,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like just bringing it back to the origin, you know?
Right. Now, one of your trademark features back in the 90s was the use of Jamaican patois in your raps. But this slowly faded in your raps over the years. Was this like a conscious decision, or did this naturally evolve?
That's a good question, man. I think a little bit of both, because like where we from, you can't be a fake West Indian.
Yeah.
Like you can't be a Jamaican.
Jamaican.
So we didn't want to overdo that. So it make it seem like we was trying to do this stylish fashion. When we did it, it was something that was natural for us. We was like, yo, you know, we hang out in all these different neighborhoods. Got family ties and close friends, stuff like that. It's another form of communication, just like a Spanish Harlem. We got we rhyme in Spanish.
Right.
But you know, we just try to be creative with it and not like cliche.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then we came back later and did Born and Raised.
right?
That's right. I was about to talk about this.
Right.
So yeah,
Big Nick and K-Salaam, word up.
Yeah, I love them. They're like some of my
Geniuses,
favorite.
man.
Yeah.
Them guys are
Absolutely.
great, man.
They're one of my favorite producer teams ever.
Word.
And like you said, back in 2013, you released this EP, which was reggae influenced and socially conscious, called Born and Raised, which sonically was very different from what fans were used to at the time. But I personally thought it was super dope. Like Rich Gal is my joint.
Oh, thanks.
So take us through the conception of the album and how the idea came together.
Born and Raised?
Yeah.
I mean, it came from Soundboy. It's like, you know, we knew people wanted another Soundboy. We can't do another Soundboy. It's not gonna happen. Like we can try, we'll get the Soundboy. That's it. So I mean, we always had the idea, but like you know, we wanted to make sure it was right. Again, like I said earlier, we was conscious of that line. If you cross that line, and people just go, you're done there.
Just like with the Snoop Lion thing as well.
So then you know, big up to my man Jadon, Mr. Blackamore. He actually worked on that album with Diplo and guys. He did some writing on that album. But we wanted to make it right. So big up to Drew Ha. Drew Ha was like, yo, maybe it's time to see if we can revisit that concept. And he reached out to K-Salaam, and like from the first tracks that we heard, it was like, yo, this is gonna be fun.
These guys are so musical, right?
Yeah, I mean, K-Salaam actually lives in Bed-Stuy, not too far from where Tech lives.
Oh, right, okay.
He got this beautiful brownstone, so we literally wrote all the lyrics there while listening to the beats there.
Oh, wow.
In
On the
his
spot.
crib, on the spot.
Okay.
He doesn't have a booth. So I'm blowing your spot
We
up.
had to go by the couch and
He had a mattress. He had a mattress over here, a cover right here,
Wow.
and but that was part of the sound.
Right.
That was the dynamics of the sound. He had this old recorder mic. He's like, yo, we're gonna make it sound like the
Like back in the
old
day.
dubs.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, this guy was thinking, and then Beatnik, I forget where he lives at overseas somewhere. No, I'm actually like Minnesota or somewhere.
He just recently moved, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's coming with the instruments, and he's just feeding us different things and ideas and concepts, and they also reached out to Junior Reed and Junior Kelly. They, of course, they have a rapport with a lot of different reggae artists.
Right.
The guys are serious. They're some serious cats, man.
And for them to respect you, you know, what they were doing, that was like the icing on the cake.
It was great, man. It was great. It came out really good, man. I was worried because I'm like, I don't, you know, how do we do it without, again, that line is very tricky, man. It's very tricky. So it's like we got the reggae beats, but we don't have to. So we don't have to like overdo it.
Yeah.
So I was really happy with the production, man. It really came out right.
Right. Were you ever worried about how your fans would receive that EP because it was so different?
Before we started recording it, a little bit, but once we started knocking them out, it was like it made sense. You know, and the vibe was really dope. You know what I mean? K-Salaam vibe was really dope. You know, we smoke a couple of spliffs.
Yeah.
You know, and drink some wine and just vibe out. It was good, man.
So will you ever sort of revisit that concept and do an EP of that style again?
Never say never.
Once you said that, I just thought about when we did the joint with Bounty.
Right.
Like I would love to do another joint with Bounty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to do a joint with the Marleys. Like it's a lot of.
Buju Banton.
We got the Stephen Marley joint.
Yeah.
Buju Banton would be dope as
Oh
well.
man, free Buju.
Yeah.
Shiloh.
Yeah.
So many.
Now, I saw that you and Black Moon are currently working on a collaborative project called Black Smif-N-Wessun, after your classic record of the same name, obviously. So if you think of it, it becomes kind of obvious that this project should have manifested a long time ago. So why is it taking this long, and what finally jump-started it?
Political violence rule your city. Yeah. You know, it's hard to say, man. It's like, it's a lot of moving parts dealing with the boot camp clip. Can I say one?
Sure.
A lot of moving parts, man, and a lot of times, you know, some things just gotta wait. You know, that's really just plain as that.
Yeah.
Like there's always somebody working on some project, and we are pretty much on everybody's album.
Yeah.
We're like moral support in the studio. That's why we the Coco Brothers. We the brothers. We bring the bud, and we support whoever's working on their project. Whereas a lot of artists, they don't support they group and shit like that. But we are
Collective.
Yeah, we connect. So we try to keep that. We try to keep that there.
Right. So musically, what can fans expect from this project?
Want to raise?
No, the new project, Black Smif-N-Wessun.
Well, I'll tell you before we get into the Black Smif-N-Wessun, because we
check the video out for the new Sean P album first.
Yeah, we want to, like that's what's coming next.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like we promote each other's album like it's our album. So Sean Price album, Imperious Rex, is coming next. Big up to Bernadette Price, our sister. You know, I mean, she went to the studio and tirelessly worked, you know, them sessions, and got the album sounding very, very tight.
Right.
Some really great features on there. And
Can you speak on that, on the features?
Boot Camp Click.
Obviously.
Wu-Tang.
Some Wu-Tang.
Oh, really?
Some Wu-Tang caps on there. I think I want to say Old Droog is on there. You know what? I shouldn't say. I think I said too much already.
Okay.
But then, fuck it. Like it's rap. Right? It's an MF Doom song on there.
Oh, nice.
It's some
Notch joint up there.
It's some serious thing up
Yeah,
there.
just
Okay.
check that.
And it's Sean Price. It's not lyrics taken from this and put here. It's like it's the stuff that he wrote and rhymed to before his passing.
That sounds dope.
And it's a ton of more stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, his wife was able to go and salvage the stuff that he left behind and put it together. So, you know. And after that, our bros Black Moon is cooking up
Yeah, I saw that
that
too.
album right now.
Yeah.
So when after these two releases, we're probably gonna get back into the Black Smif-N-Wessun because we did a Black Smif-N-Wessun song on the Black Moon album.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna just kind of like piggyback off that.
Do you have like any release dates fixed for these projects yet?
I believe the Imperious Rex Sean Price is August 8th. It's actually the day that he passed away.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a day that you can't
Yeah.
forget.
Black Moon
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
finished wrapping up, right?
So
They're in the mix downstairs.
Yeah,
about to
they're
wrap
mixing
up.
it. They're mixing it. You know, yeah.
Nice.
Alright, let's do this.
Now,
I'm ready to party, man. Let's wrap this shit up.
mumble rap seems to be like a big heated discussion in hip hop these days, which seems to bring separation and lack of understanding between the two generations. Your fellow rap colleagues Eric Sermon, Cassidy, Lord Jamar, and many others have been very vocal about it, and all said that mumble rap should be its own genre and not associated with hip hop. What do you think of this? Is this what's your stance? Do you agree with this statement?
Nah, not me.
No?
I understand where they're coming from because these are cats who had to battle to get their spot. We came up in an era where you had to get in the cipher. It wasn't necessarily a battle, but you had to show how nice you were with words, with actual wordplay and stuff like that. So I understand where they coming from with it, but hip hop has many colors, man. Has many colors, has many religions, has many classes. You know.
And as long as it's pushing the culture forward, you can't separate the music like that.
Right. I mean, many
like the young boy Breathe.
Yeah. Many people would argue that there's not much rap involved in this music, that therefore you can't associate it with hip hop really.
Yeah, but it's at
the skill set is not really there, you know?
To each his own.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, hip hop is not just lyrics. That's what KRS-One talks about. It's not just lyrics. Like it's like one thing I do give these young kids credit for is their ability to mobilize a crowd.
Right.
Because it's not just like they're rhyming to themselves. It's a style. We probably at a point right now where the words are not as important as the music, as the groove, as the vibe. We grew up where hip hop, we groomed dancing.
Yeah.
Now dancing has expanded to Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that. Like hip hop dance is official. It's an official dance for hip hop. So it grew from this little hip hop baby in the Bronx in New York City to this worldwide colossal thing.
Right.
And just more music. Like it was just like back in the days at one time people were saying how Marvin Gaye was me. He had to break out and do his style of music. So it was like how Levert had to come out of this group and Teddy Pendergrass, they was doing their own style of music, and then people always try to separate the music from the origin, which is the music, and the voices is angelic and heavenly any way you put it. So just don't hate on the young.
Yeah, I remember when New Jack Swing was actually sort of.
Right.
It was like, you know, it was kind of like, oh, this isn't R&B, this isn't soul music, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that people need
pushing the culture forward.
Right.
People need to relax, as my man Nori say. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax, because music is music. If it don't fit you, then skip it.
Right. So before I let you guys go, I know you want to go and party and chill. I've got a couple of fan questions. If you suddenly lost your ability to rap tomorrow, what would your plan B be?
I think I'll go into. I got a lot of options, man. I could be like an attorney, brain surgeon. You know what I mean? I'm like the meticulous cat, very anal, OCD kind of guy. Like I like structure and shit like that. Or I can just move to Colorado and grow weed or something, like, you know what I mean? Anything, man. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Right. We are writers by nature. You know? If we lose the ability to perform, literally speak our words, we can always write and convey them in some kind of form and fashion.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you, Tech? What would you be doing?
Plan B is to make Plan 8 work.
The classic.
A good setback is just a setup for a great comeback.
Absolutely.
So when the door open, the window open. If the door closed, the window open. You just gotta stay on it and keep rapping. It's just great that hip hop can open so many different doors. Like you can sit behind a camera and still be involved in hip hop. You can sit behind a board, be a lighter, man. There's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
You just gotta love it.
Absolutely. So The Shining is like a certified classic album. Have you ever felt the need or pressure to try and live up to that with your other albums?
I mean, every time you go into the studio, you try to do better than what you did before.
Yeah.
The Shining was really babies and using baby formula to try to just to make an album. We didn't know anything about. Well, we did know construction because we was sitting on every session of the Black Moon album. We was helping with with the beat minds where they was picking out beats, putting beats together. We was around with Helter Skelter and ODC. Everybody, it was a whole team. So but yeah, when you go into the studio, still sharp and still, and you always try to be better than what you was before. Right.
So, what has been your weirdest or funniest groupie experience to date?
Groupie?
Yeah.
I have no groupies.
Oh, come on.
Sorry to disappoint you.
That's a good question, man. I mean, look, when we go back home, man, we outside. You know, we deal with people. So, I mean, we don't really, that groupie thing don't really stress us. It's only like when people get a little bit too carried away and they want to take like 30 pictures and shit. And you know,
dudes want to take selfies.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like you can obviously tell sometimes the fans be wasted. But what I love is the fact that these motherfuckers is having a good time. You know, it's like this one night where they just gonna act crazy. They get to touch tech and steel, and it's like it's fucking amazing. Yeah. And it's a good feeling. Of course, nobody want to be stressed and shit like that. But you know, you gotta recognize for what it is, man. It's excitement. It's like anxiety and
it's respect at the end of the day as well, you know.
Yeah, for sure. They love you, man.
Yeah.
It's like when you wake up in the morning and your dog licks your face. Like, you know, you might not be wanting your face licked like that, but you know the little guy loves you. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, all right, man. I love you too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I know you don't mean no harm. Oh, you know what? I got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a wicked comparison.
I know, right?
It's not. No, well, I see. I'm not a you know, I'm learning how to like dogs. And my wife tells me, like, she always tells me, like, yo, he loves you. And I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. So, like, sometimes artists be like, yo, I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to. And then they like, yo, how could you not want to do that? You don't feel that love. You don't want to get that little bit back. Right. So that's what I mean when I say shit like that. But there was this one particular incident where this guy wanted to take a picture with me. And we was in a hotel. And we was like 20-30 of us and shit. So everybody had to move. We had to hurry up and this thing. And he's in the hotel and he's like, yo, I'll take a picture. I'm like, cool, we can do it. But he was hanging out all night. By the end of the night, this guy was obviously became upset because we still hadn't taken the picture yet. Right. Oh God. Okay. So instead of him going, yo, can we get that picture real quick? He just was in the corner like this. Mugging. So I seen him doing stuff, and I was like, his energy it became fucked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nobody, mind you, it was like 20-30 of us, so everybody was like, yo, we drinking some. This motherfucker like this. So you mad you didn't take a picture as opposed to just going, yo, you see we doing shit. This ain't about you, bro. Right. You know what I mean? So it made me not like the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So at the end when we talking, he's still with us. And I'm talking about somebody gave me a spliff, I lit it.
They gave him some?
No.
That would have chilled him out for me.
It would have, but he stepped to me in a disrespectful manner. Yeah. When he came to me, he's like, yo, let me hit that. I said, yo, dude. What? I just lit it, like relax. Okay. Like my man Nori was relax. He's like, nah, it's alright. Then I got upset. So I stepped to him, I was like, yo, you know what? You alright? You been acting funny all night. You know what I'm saying? I just addressed it. You know? And I'm like, yeah, he hit the weed, Because I know it wasn't about the weed anymore. It was just about me catering to what he wanted, when he wanted it. Right. You know what I mean? So them type of groupie experiences, like we can do without that because we all chilling. If you look around, we all like right here. Yeah. We're fucking sitting right there, bro.
Take super chill.
You know what I'm saying? So it be shit like that where dudes gotta fall back. You don't have to act all crazy and excited like we regular we humans, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
So if you could trade in one living artist for a dead artist, who would they be?
Wow, that is a wicked question.
Can we all agree on Bieber or something? Just kidding.
You know what? I can't even answer that one, bro. Word.
My fault. What'd you say?
If you could trade a living artist for if you could trade a dead artist for a living artist.
Oh, nah. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's wicked. Nah, that's wicked.
I can't even.
How you gonna say you wish this dude was dead just to bring him back?
You have on your
You
doorstep.
can just bring
Death be upon
homie back and do your thing, and everybody be living, and we have.
I thought the question was quite funny, so yeah.
No, it's funny, but I'm gonna skip that one. I wish you
it's
died.
so many dope artists that I wish we could bring back. Like, how about the Smif-N-Wessun and a Curtis Mayfield track? That
Oh,
would
shit.
be crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Luther Vandross, just listening to Dance with
Marvin.
My Father again.
I don't know.
Marvin, you hear so many. It is
I don't know who I would trade, but I wouldn't mind to see. I wouldn't mind to step into to the next town with Sean Price on stage with us.
I feel that.
You know what I'm
Bring
saying?
him back.
I feel
exactly.
that.
Word.
Yeah. So, your favorite female MC of all time?
Of all time?
Mm.
Damn. That's a good one too, man. Because it's not, you know, you got Lauren, you got MC Light, you got Queen Latifah, you got Pebbly Pool, you know what I mean? Trouble, MC Trouble,
Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea. What you know about Sweet Tea?
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
Lady of Rage, you know,
Yo-Yo.
oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so hey, Izzy. You know, it's just Kim, Lil Kim, Fox, the Fox
right.
one. You know what I'm saying? Remy, like them chicks be holding their own. You know what I'm saying? EVE.
So no particular one.
Nah, no particular one, man. Cause they gotta work so hard. It'd be like a disservice to try to go, yo, this is the best of all time. Like I can't even imagine that. Like
I mean, you know, it's personal taste
Nina
as well.
Simone, that's the best of all time.
Okay, I feel that. Now, which record of yours is your least favorite out of your catalogue?
Oh man.
That's easy. For me, it was definitely Get Up. I hated that record.
For what reason?
I just, it just didn't feel, at the time we did it, I mean, don't get me wrong, nothing against the producer or anything. It's just that the video was actually dope too. And the people we had in it. It just didn't feel Smif-N-Wessun-ish at the time when we did it. It was just a weird aura and vibe for me. So that's just like,
I can feel that. I can see why you would say that. I remember in the studio doing what's the name of that shit? Super Mario. And this guy,
with the sample beat.
At first he was like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm like,
Sound too
man,
cartoonish for you.
that shit is, it's obviously a gimmicky beat.
Right,
So I'm
right,
like, yo, we could do one of these. You know what I'm saying? It's like we used to play this fucking game, like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's almost like a tribute, kind of, you know, some gamer shit. But I think one of my least favorite songs, man. It's hard, man. On the Shining, my least favorite on the Shining is probably Hallucination.
Okay.
On the Rude Awakening, my least favorite is probably Off the Wall. I love the fact that we got in my pink caddy, I have a toolie in the glove. You know what I'm saying? Professor X, that's the X one. But it's like you do these joints. Like I can see what you were talking about with the Get Up joint because they just gave us one beat to rap to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just had to do what we had to do to the beat.
Gotcha.
It didn't really give us too much room to breathe.
Right.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes it's very
Tedious.
strict.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to be able to float around.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, what song or artist is your current guilty pleasure?
I like Moondog. You heard of Moondog?
Moondog? No, I never heard of that.
Got an album out called Drunk.
Okay. Is that hip hop?
Nah, it's like I don't know what kind of music it is, man. He got 2 songs on there with he got a Wiz Khalifa joint on there, and he got a Kendrick Lamar joint on there. And they can fit in that genre. It's like a jazzy, eclectic. It's some weirdo shit. Like
Some
I like
broken
weirdo
beat
shit.
kind of stuff.
I like Tchaikovsky, shit like that.
Yeah.
Rachmaninoff. And I try to find the most eclectic stuff to vibe to. And as far as hip hop, man, I don't know, man. I'm thinking a lot of cats, man. I like what Migos is doing right now. Who else? There's some young brothers out called Loaf Music.
I heard of them.
Shadow the Great is one of the artists that I got on this album, Building Bridges.
Yeah, quick promo push.
Out.
There you go.
Senseless plug, shameless plug. These guys remind me of Boot Camp Click when we were coming up, like just full of energy, jumping around, doing crazy shit. Always there for each other. You know, it's like, and it gives you a fullness when you listen to that music.
Right.
So
So what about you, Ted? You got a guilty pleasure?
Nah. I listen to everything.
Mundo.
I just love music. Man.
I need to check that out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's dope.
So, in your opinion, what was the last classic hip-hop album? Or potential classic?
from us?
No, just in general.
Oh, general. Probably the Jay-Z shit.
Which one?
The last one he put out.
I'm trying to think.
What?
Was that the one with Kanye?
It was
White Album? No, something after that. Whatever that shit was out after that. Like, I love Jay-Z. Not the fact that he's a Sagittarius like me, but he is very conscious of his conversation.
Yeah.
And he picks awesome tracks. You know, it's pretty dope. He's one of my favorite cats, top 20 guys, man.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know, man. It's like it's so much music that comes out. It's hard to kind of like stay on top of it.
Nothing by
the
Kendrick
J. Cole
or
joint was definitely considered
the last one? Or the
one
Forest
before,
Hills?
What is it?
Forest Hill Drive?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
I ain't hear that.
I'm with you on that one.
Forest
Yeah.
Hill Drive was definitely that's a classic.
Yeah, that's his best album to date still. Yeah, absolutely. So as a last question, what was it like working with German producer Figub Brazlovic?
Oh, Figub?
Yeah.
Yo, he's cool, man. We had some good times in Amsterdam, man. That guy's alright, man. He's an alright guy, man. He's a good DJ. He learns fast. His heart is in it. He loves what he do.
Right.
You know, look forward to. I met some of his homies. I forgot one of his names, but other guys, Mr. Christmas, big up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Blabbermouth, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, nah, he's good dudes, man. Hopefully we get to do some music in the near future.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time, Smif-N-Wessun. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And good luck in your tour.
That's right. Thank you.